Hello and welcome to the Essex Boys Murder Case Part 11. Before watching this video, I recommend you start watching Part 4 onwards, as these videos are all about the key individuals and the murder victims' movements on the day of the 6th of December 1995. A quick mention to the Facebook page called The Real Essex Boys Murder Club, which is in capital letters. So if you're interested, please feel free to join. There's some great people on there with a lot of knowledge on this subject. So today we're back with Tucker, Tate and Rolf and Peter Cuthbert. If you can remember from one of my other videos, they were at the phone box near Pat Tate's bungalow, having received calls from the Sorrel Horse pub in Ipswich, which is a 4-minute journey from Jack Womb's place of work. I'll just give you a quick recap of the phone calls and how they ended up at the phone box on Timberlog Lane. So I've established when they left TGI Fridays they didn't return straight away to the Eastern Car Sales Garage like Peter Cuthbert said in his statement. They dropped Pat Tate off at his bungalow on Gordon Road. He checks his answering machine and he gets a message from a Mickey. At 2:23 PM he uses his landline to phone Tony Tucker's mobile. This may well be to tell him the intended drugs deal is on. At 2:29 PM Tony Tucker receives a call on his mobile from somebody at this Sorrel Horse pub in Ipswich. Was Tony Tucker paranoid that his mobile phone might be tapped and asked the caller at the Sorrel pub to phone the telephone box on Timberlog Lane? As you can see, at 2:32 PM, somebody at the Sorrel pub phones the telephone box. Did Tony Tucker not answer the call at the phone box in time? And at the same time, at 2:32 PM, receives a call from the Sorrel Horse pub on his mobile. Was this the call that all the arrangements were made for the intended drugs deal that night? Was this the phone call that sealed Tony Tucker, Pat Tate and Craig Rolf's fate that night? As you can see from the phone logs, whoever it was at the Sorrel Horse pub made a call to Darren Nichols' mobile at 2:52 PM that day. So the link is there. Whoever knew Tony Tucker knew Darren Nichols. So after the phone call at 2:32 PM, Tucker, Tate, Rolf and Peter Cuthbert they set off back to the petrol station at the Five Bells roundabout, where the Range Rover is parked up, which is close to the Eastern Car Sales Garage that is run by a Barry Dorman. So looking at the map, this journey took roughly 6 to 8 minutes to get there. Let's not forget it was snowing that time of day, so taking into account the road conditions, it would have literally took them a little bit longer to reach their destination. So we're back at the petrol station on the Five Bells roundabout, where the Range Rover is parked up, and this is it, guys. Now Peter Cuthbert says he drops off Tucker, Tate and Rolf here, and both vehicles drive up to the Eastern Car Sales Garage. The reason why we know this is because of Peter Cuthbert's statement to the police. Like I've said before, I don't think Peter Cuthbert's told the whole truth in his statement, and for whatever reason he's distanced himself from the murder investigation, and I think he should have been questioned a lot more, as Tucker, Tate and Rolf were his friends and he was with them that day just before the murders. I think Peter Cuthbert, he could have been a crucial witness to what was going on that day, and the police should have pushed him further to get more information out of him. It was driving them about that day. He would have heard all sorts of conversations, what was going on. I mean, I can only go on with what the court transcripts and the police statements, but I'd like to think they spoke to Peter Cuthbert, got him to do a statement. Then, when these phone logs come to light and was going to be used as evidence, asked, say, Peter Cuthbert to come back in for an interview and to be questioned about what he knew about these phone calls, what was said at the phone box at Timberlog Lane. As we now know, and the police would have known, Peter Cuthbert didn't go straight back to the Eastern Car Sales Garage that day, as he says in his statement. I mean, to me, I think some of these fringe players like Peter Cuthbert and Barry Dorman hold the key to these murders. These two both spoke to Tony Tucker, Pat Tate and Craig Rolfe on the day of the murders. So the Eastern Car Garage Sales is where they're set off, which is up this road here. It's about a roughly 5-minute journey. But what I'll do is I'll just speed through this and take you straight to the car sales garage. So the car garage is just up here, as you've seen before in one of my other videos. Let's try and get a picture for you again. There you go, this is where the Range Rover was purchased from. So, carrying on from Peter Cuthbert's statement, he says, "When we arrived back at the Eastern Garage, all 4 of us went inside and I sat down at the back of the shop, and Tony, Craig and Pat went to the counter and had a conversation with the man behind the counter. I don't know what it was about or whether they paid an instalment on the HP. Our business at the Eastern Garage was finished. After this, we said our goodbyes. I did not see or hear from any of these 3 after this time." So people, from this information, Tony Tucker, Pat Tate, Craig Rolfe and Peter Cuthbert parted ways, and Tucker, Tate and Rolfe got back in the Range Rover. So that's it for now, people. I'm going to give you a quick catch up on where the key individuals are. We have Sarah Saunders at her mum's address in Kingswood, Basildon at 1 to 1:30 p.m. Nipper Ellis at his address in Swanage, Dorset at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Mick Steele and Jack Williams at the Sir All Horse pub in Barnham, Ipswich. And Darren Nichols at his address in Braintree, Essex at 5 or 6 p.m. So, as I've said in previous videos, I've decided to split these events of the day leading up to the Essex Boys murders into several videos. So keep a lookout for the next one, which will be the Essex Boys Murder Case Part 12. Thanks to all the subscribers on YouTube, it's much appreciated. And I will try and get the next video up as soon as possible. Don't forget, if you're interested in this subject, you can join the Facebook page called The Real Essex Boys Murder Club, which is in capital letters. Just a quick thank you to the admins and the moderator, who were doing a great job keeping the group going. And thanks to everyone on the page for all your input and knowledge on this subject. It's been fantastic. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with the next video soon. Take care.